Let's get right into it. Number 8. The catnap impulse. You find yourself desperately wanting to face plant into your desk at 2 p.m., even after sleeping 8 hours. Or maybe you're wide awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. Number 8. The catnap impulse. You find yourself desperately wanting to face plant into your desk at 2 p.m., even after sleeping 8 hours. Or maybe you're wide awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. This isn't just you being weird. It's your ancient brain trying to sleep the way humans did for thousands of years. Our ancestors didn't sleep in one big chunk like we do. They'd sleep for a few hours, wake up in the middle of the night, then go back to sleep. During that wake period, they'd check for predators, maybe have a midnight snack, or make more little humans. It was called biphasic sleep, and it was totally normal. They'd also nap during the day, especially when it was hot, because trying to hunt when it's 100 degrees outside is a great way to become someone else's lunch. This broken up sleep pattern kept them alive. It's hard to get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger when you're checking for danger every few hours. But now we've got jobs that start at 9 a.m. sharp. And bosses who think napping means you're lazy. We've got streetlights, phones, and neighbors who think 2 a.m. is the perfect time to practice their drums. So when you're fighting to keep your eyes open after lunch, that's your caveman brain reminding you of when humans used to sleep then. And when you wake up at 3 a.m. feeling weirdly energetic, that's the same brain wondering why you're not out checking for wolves. Number 7, the herd mentality impulse. You're walking down the street and see a bunch of people staring at the sky, and you look up too like an idiot. You don't even know what you're looking for. Could be a bird, could be Superman, could be nothing. But there you are, neck craned, joining the crowd of sky watchers. This is your herd mentality kicking in. Your brain is basically saying, if everyone's doing it, I better do it too or I might die. Back when we were running around in loincloths, this instinct kept us alive. If your whole tribe suddenly started running, you didn't stop to ask questions. You ran because the guy who stood there, wondering why everyone was running, got eaten by whatever they were running from. Following the group meant safety. It meant shared food protection and not becoming a saber-toothed tiger's lunch. Your brain literally gives you a dopamine hit for conforming. It's nature's way of saying, good job not being the weirdo who gets left behind. But now this same instinct makes you do dumb stuff like buying GameStop stock because Reddit told you to, or wearing those ugly shoes everyone's wearing, or believing that obviously fake news story because your aunt shared it and got 50 likes. Your caveman brain doesn't know the difference between follow the tribe to the water source and follow strangers on TikTok doing a dangerous challenge. It just knows that being different equals death. So you conform even when it makes zero sense. Number 6, the reciprocation obligation. Someone holds the door for you and suddenly you feel like you owe them your firstborn child. Or a coworker brings you coffee and now you're mentally calculating how to repay this life debt. This isn't you being dramatic. It's your ancient brain panicking about tribal politics. For our ancestors, reciprocity wasn't just nice. It was survival. You share your mammoth meat today. I share my berries tomorrow. We both live. If you hoarded your food like a jerk, you'd be eating snow for dinner when winter came. Your brain evolved to feel physically uncomfortable when someone does something for you. It's like having an itch you can't scratch until you've paid them back. This kept the tribe functioning. Everyone helped everyone or everyone died. But now marketers use this against you like it's their job because it literally is. You get a free sample at Costco and now you feel obligated to buy a 10-lub jar of pickles you'll never finish. A car salesman offers you coffee and suddenly you're considering that overpriced sedan. Someone does you a tiny favor and your brain acts like they saved your life. And you must dedicate your existence to repaying them. You'll say yes to ridiculous requests from people who once lent you a pen. You'll buy things you don't want because the salesperson was so nice. Your prehistoric brain can't tell the difference between this person shared food, so I won't starve, and this person gave me a free keychain at a convention. It just knows that debts must be paid, or the tribe will cast you out to die alone. Number 5, the fear of the unknown instinct. You walk into a pitch-black room and feel your heart rate spike. Or you stare at some weird foreign food like it's about to attack you. That's not you being a baby. That's your brain trying to keep you from becoming extinct. For our ancestors, unknown meant dead. That rustling in the bushes could be wind. Could be something with teeth. The ones who assumed wind got eaten. The ones who ran away lived to pass on their paranoid genes to you. That weird berry you've never seen before might be delicious. Might make you poop yourself to death. Our ancestors didn't have WebMD to check. They had trial and error meant death. So your brain evolved to treat anything new like it's trying to kill you because usually it was. Your brain literally floods you with stress hormones when you encounter the unknown. It's screaming danger. Stick with what you know. The familiar won't eat you. But now this same instinct makes you order the same thing at restaurants for 10 years straight. It's why you won't try that new app everyone's using, or why you'd rather stay in a job you hate than risk something new. Your caveman brain can't tell the difference between unknown predator in the dark and unknown cuisine at that new Thai place. It just knows that different equals dangerous. So you stick with the familiar even when it's boring you to tears. Number 4, the need to control drive. You get that feeling when someone else is driving and you're pressing an imaginary brake pedal, or when your perfectly planned day gets ruined and you want to scream. That's your control freak caveman brain having a meltdown. Our ancestors who controlled their environment lived. The ones who built better shelters, stored food properly, and planned hunting strategies survived winter. The ones who just went with the flow became fossils. Control meant the difference between eating and being eaten, between staying warm and freezing to death. Your brain rewards control with dopamine because control meant survival. This drive made us innovators. We didn't just accept that fire was scary, we controlled it. We didn't just hope for food, we planted it. But now your brain applies this life or death need for control to everything. A traffic jam makes your brain act like you're trapped by predators. A meeting running late feels like it might as well be a famine. Someone else loading the dishwasher wrong makes your survival instincts kick in like they're sabotaging your shelter. You try to control things that literally don't matter. The weather, other people's opinions, which way the toilet paper hangs. Your ancient brain can't tell the difference between I need to control this fire or we'll freeze, and I need to control this PowerPoint presentation. It just knows that lack of control meant death. So you micromanage, overplan, and stress about things you can't change. All because your brain still thinks you're one loss of control away from extinction. Number 3, the loss aversion bias. You find 100 on the street and that's nice. But if you lose hundreds from your wallet, you'll be thinking about it for weeks, plotting revenge against the universe. This isn't you being dramatic. It's your brain treating every loss like it's gonna kill you. For our ancestors, losing something was way worse than not finding something. If they lost their only spear, they were on the menu. If they lost their food stash, they were about to experience starvation. Not finding extra food was disappointing, but losing what you had was death. So your brain evolved to absolutely freak out about losses. It literally makes losses feel twice as painful as gains feel good. It's nature's way of saying, don't you dare lose that thing that's keeping you alive. This kept our ancestors from making dumb gambles with their resources. They wouldn't risk their sure food supply for maybe more food. The pain of potential loss kept them cautious and alive. But now this same instinct makes you do stupid things. You'll hold on to a tanking stock because selling feels like admitting defeat. You'll keep that ugly shirt you never wear because throwing it away feels like losing. You'll stay in a dead-end job because the fear of losing steady income outweighs potential gains. Your caveman brain can't tell the difference between losing this spear means I'll starve and losing this $20 bet means I'll feel bad. It just knows that loss equals death. So you hoard, you avoid risks, and you let fear of loss control your life. Number 2, the preoccupation with status drive. You see someone with a nicer car and suddenly feel like garbage. Or you check Instagram and wonder why everyone's life looks better than yours. That's your status-obsessed monkey brain doing what it does best, making you miserable. In the tribe, status wasn't about looking cool. It was about not dying. High status meant first dibs on food, better mating options, and people actually listened when they said, hey, maybe we shouldn't poke that bear. Low status meant eating scraps, no reproductive success, and nobody caring if you lived or died. Your brain literally drugs you with feel-good chemicals when your status goes up and tortures you with stress hormones when it goes down because status equaled survival. This drove our ancestors to get better at hunting, tool-making, storytelling, whatever made them valuable to the tribe. Competition made everyone better. The tribe thrived. But now your brain applies this life or death status anxiety to the dumbest things. Someone has more followers than you, and your brain acts like they're stealing your food. A coworker gets promoted, and it feels like you might as well be cast out of the tribe. A neighbor gets a pool, and your survival instincts kick in like you're losing territory. You buy things you can't afford to impress people you don't like. You post carefully curated lies on social media. You feel genuinely depressed because someone else's vacation looked better than yours. Your ancient brain still thinks your survival depends on where you rank. It can't tell the difference between low status means no food and low status means fewer LinkedIn connections. So you chase status like your life depends on it, because once upon a time it did. Number 1, the desire for fairness and reacting to injustice. Someone cuts in line and you instantly fantasize about violence. Or a coworker steals your idea and you spend the next week plotting their downfall. That's not you being petty. That's your brain treating unfairness like a threat to your survival. Because it used to be. In a tribe of 30 people, fairness wasn't some nice concept. It was life or death. The guy hoarding food while others starved was literally killing the tribe. The freeloader who didn't hunt but ate anyway was stealing resources from people who actually worked. Your brain evolved to go absolutely nuclear when it detects unfairness. It floods you with rage because unfairness could destroy the whole group. And without the group, everyone dies. This instinct kept our ancestors honest. Nobody wanted to be the cheater who got cast out, or worse, the cheater who got their skull caved in by angry tribe mates. Fairness meant survival. Detecting cheaters meant survival. Punishing unfairness meant survival. But now this same instinct makes you lose your mind over things that won't kill anyone. Someone takes 2 free samples instead of 1, and your brain acts like they're stealing food from your children. A rich guy buys another yacht while people struggle and your fairness detector goes haywire. Your boss plays favorites, and it feels like it might as well be threatening your life. You can't let go of small slights because your brain thinks restoring fairness is a matter of survival. You obsess over injustices you can't fix. You get physically angry reading about unfairness online. Your ancient brain can't tell the difference between this unfairness will destroy the tribe and this unfairness is annoying but ultimately harmless. It just knows that unfairness meant death. So you rage, you obsess, and you can't let things go. All because your brain still thinks the survival of the tribe depends on everyone getting their fair share of mammoth meat. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them. Thanks for watching.